Nice to see you. Hello.
Kevin Pereira has so much energy today. I've never seen you this wild and rambunctious.
Pretty chill, actually. It's a nice time today. Gonna play some Dungeon Raider.
Yeah. I'm Candace Bailey.
Oh, hey!
Live from the G4 Studios in Los Angeles. On the show today, Rainn Wilson from The Office. You like that move?
That
I know,
sweet.
it's pretty good. Is super. Thanks for asking. He'll discuss suiting up for the Grindhouse-style superhero flick. And today's WTF rolls around in the world of animal role play, where people pretend to be a real or imaginary creature for sexy time. And yes, there will be a live demo involved.
Yeah.
Yay!
I love watching them walk the aisles at Petco. It's the funniest thing. Today on Gadgetron, we're going to have a rapid-fire roundup of Bluetooth headsets and speakers. Some can be controlled with just the power of your voice.
Wowzers.
Yeah, you'll see. And we'll go on a blog watch with CartoonBrew.com. We're going to bring you Looney Tunes on Blu-ray, the new Tron Uprising cartoon, and the Venture Brothers' triumphant return to TV. Go Team Venture! Yay! Yay!
Time to mine for web video gold.
Do you want to go around the net?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Woo indeed, Candace Bailey.
Woo!
Yeah. Oh, all
You want
right.
to do one of those?
I thought I had the
Come
energy
on, do
today.
it.
What?
I always have this energy. Oh, that's lame. Lame.
So much fun.
In at number 5 today, it's a nutshot video with some class.
Yes, your average lowbrow prankster might choose like a baseball bat or a slingshot to assault his friend, but not this highborn gentleman.
Recording?
Candace, was that the 99 Brut Blanc de Blancs?
Actually, Kevin, I think he chose 97 Laurent.
Oh, right. Very wise, very wise. The Blanc has a lovely flavor profile, but I think the Laurent's silky texture gives it a much smoother finish. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, quite.
And the cork density makes for an exquisite smash upon your taint.
I agree.
Oh, you fancy, huh?
Sparkling cider.
Yeah, that was
Not champagne.
not booze.
Today's number 4 item proves just how much a good sportscaster can improve an event.
Yeah, I think for most of us, sports are just confusing spectacles, you know, where muscular men wear tight clothing and engage in a lot of body contact. And really, I mean, without an announcer to tell us what's going on, we would all be lost, am I right? I mean, right? Back me up, please.
Right.
Thank you. Okay.
And one of the best announcers of all times is Gus Johnson.
Oh, Gus Johnson. So good.
So good.
So good.
Here he is calling famous events in world history.
Armstrong stepping up. Oh, he's on the move. Reunification get nasty up in East Germany. Here they go for the flight. Yeah! Those brothers weren't wrong. They were right. The juice on the loose.
iPhone.
Oh! John with the keynote. I want one. Here's the shot. Is he the one? Ow! No! Smooth!
Couldn't have made the second and third movies watchable, though.
No.
There's no way that commentary would have
No.
done that. But if history classes had announcers instead of professors, maybe more people would care about the past. Just saying.
You and I both know that's not true.
But, I mean, you know what they say. Those who are too busy looking at the past are the ones who end up crashing their Astrovan into the future wall.
What?
Think about
What?
that. It's a metaphor. Or a euphemism. I don't know which one it is.
Never heard it.
It might be, it's a simile?
I don't know.
Can someone Bing it? No?
Well, while
no
someone's
one
binging it
bings.
for us, LA is a diverse city. with one common thread. Everyone is a Lakers fan. Sorry, Clippers.
Yeah. I don't often watch the Sportings, but when I do, I watch them in Espanol because I think it makes the games much more exciting and exotic.
Sí.
Para Luke Walton, para Brian. Brian con el balón. Ahí está jugando la Brian. Lanzamiento de Brian. ¡Oh!
By the way, the Russian version of that commentary has the exact opposite effect, so.
You put ball in basket. You buy now.
All right! You know, in the history of hip-hop, I think there have been many epic rap battles. You got Jay-Z and Nas, right? The Game versus 50. That's 50 Cent. Myself versus Kevin Federline.
Really?
Yeah. Very one-sided.
But few invoke the theory of relativity until now. Here's a science-based throwdown from YouTuber Nice Peter.
Uh-huh.
When I apply my battle theory, minds are relatively blown, so take a seat, Steve. Oh, I see you brought your own. What's with your voice? I can't freaking tell. You sound like Barney having sex with a speak and spell. I'll school you anywhere, MIT to Oxford. Or your fans will be like, that was Harvard. I'm as dope as two rappers, you better be scared, cause that means Alpha E equals MC squared. There are 10 million particles in the universe that we can observe. Your mama took the ugly ones and put them into one nerve. You wanna bring the heat with the mushroom clouds you're making? I'm about to big raps from scratch like Carl Sagan. And while it's true that my work is based on you, I'm a supercomputer, you're like a TI-82.
No, that's not. I mean, yay to the video, but that's not fair. It seems like Stephen Hawking is cheating. I mean, everything he says gets automatically auto-tuned, and that's just, that doesn't sound right.
Kevin,
What?
that is because he has a disease.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's awfully convenient. Still ahead, the snake eats its tail.
And Nicolas Cage returns to Around the Net in today's #1. Kevin.
I'm gonna go to hell. I'll see you later.
Today's ATN truly put the pain in champagne. Now it's your turn to join the party. Tell us, what's the name of this brand of bubbly? Tweet us your responses at AOTS #OMGROFLOL. If your response makes us blow our tops, we'll feature it on tomorrow's show.
To the who?
Gotta hide that. Wire.
Where are
Have
you
to lift
stuffing?
this one up
All right.
now.
All right.
Stuffing in my butt. Not like that. Not
of
like that.
course not
okay?
like that. Yeah.
You're so gross, Kevin.
Yeah?
Nicolas Cage. How are you waiting for me?
Yeah, I mean, I could do it without, if you want. Nicolas Cage has crafted amazing performances in wonderful movies, but not since the 80s, let's be honest. Since touching Oscar Gold, his film career has pretty much turned to crap.
Glorious, hilarious crap.
Yeah, and we're not the only ones who think so. Here's Nick Cage in 8mm watching the Wicker Man remake that kind of snuffed his career.
How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned?
I don't know!
What is it? What's wrong, sister?
Murder! You'll all be guilty! And you're doing it for nothing! Killing me won't bring back your damn honey! Oh, no, not the beast! Not the beast! Ah! Open up my eyes! Eyes! Ah! Ah!
I reacted the exact same way when I watched that movie. But do you watch yourself on TV? Do you ever watch the show back?
No, sometimes I do to see
Yeah?
if I can improve myself and get better, but it's still kind of weird.
Yeah.
But I know you don't have a problem with that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Prove that you have to work as a team to survive here in Arena. Well, Team Vulgar definitely lived up to their name because that was downright ugly. The CrossFit piece.
Who the hell is that D-bag?
Welcome to the console pit. We're about to get it on and burn out too.
Oh, nice molester stash. Yeah, that's good. Oh, and a Canadian tuxedo. Real classy.
Now the mode is suppression, which in non-military terms means team deathmatch.
Oh. What?
Kevin, you do know who that is, right?
Let's let the fur fly. An Unreal tournament.
Yeah, it's Shia LaBeouf, the Transformer kid.
No, it's you.
That's not for ambush attacks.
Shut up! Get out of here! Close the door.
That can
Yeah,
inflict lots of lead punishment.
It is me.
So let's get to the action and see what happens in SOCOM 2.
Kind of hot.
If there's a beast inside that you just need to let out, then why not dip into the world of animal roleplay? Yeah, that's exactly what we were thinking. What the Whether you're calling it pet play, pony play, kitten play, or pup play, animal roleplay is a form of BDSM where one person takes on and imitates the characteristics of an animal. Just like in other forms of bondage and discipline erotic play, both the dominant and submissive roles get sexually aroused from their empowering or depowering roles.
There you go.
In this fetish, the submissive takes on the role of a passive animal such as a pony, puppy, or kitten. Meow. Not to be confused with the furry fetish, animal role-playing is about the master and pet performance, so they may just wear leather collars, masks, and leashes instead of a full costume. Starring opposite the animal, the dominator acts as the pet's master or trainer and disciplines or humiliates the animal as they see fit.
Shut.
The internet is filled with animal roleplay sites and videos supporting the fetish. And depending on your animalistic preference, there are several groups and clubs where you can be yourself. For those who practice pony play, equestrian role players can stomp their hooves, pull carriages, and give rides to enthusiasts at the International Pony Play Championships.
This I just use when he's naughty. Isn't that right, honey?
For those naughty little boys, there's always puppy play. In this practice, the submissive canine may get disciplined for bad behavior.
Felix, no! Bad boy.
Puppy role players can find supportive groups such as the International Puppy Trainers Conference or upload their videos for others to enjoy, such as YouTube user Down Bitch Poodle, who doesn't mind being a good bitch for her master. But even if these fetishists enjoy barking like a dog or the good smack of a riding crop, we're not judging animal role players. We're simply just saying, what the
All right, please welcome back Mistress Justine.
Hi, Mistress Justine.
Hi.
Who's your little friend you've got here?
This is my puppy, Derek.
Buddy.
Derek.
No, he's friendly.
He might bite. Be
I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, he's going to do some tricks for us today.
Oh, great. What kind of tricks?
Well, we'll see. Speak. Good, puppy. You want to give him a treat, Candace?
Oh, sure.
Oh.
Okay.
Who's got a new friend?
No.
Who's got a new friend?
No.
Boy.
Good. Lay down. Good. Good puppy. Yeah, look at his little tail.
Wow,
Good.
it's wagging.
Yeah.
I'm a whole.
Come here. Get up. Get your treat.
I'm a firm 3
Get up.
inches right now. I'm not gonna lie. This is...
That's your treat.
What happens if he disobeys? I mean, do you spray bottle? Do you Caesar Milanum? You give him a little shh.
Mistress Justine punishes him.
What? Oh, God! Okay, that's...
Aww. He's good. He's good. Yeah. He's good.
He didn't actually do anything wrong. I'm sorry, buddy.
It's for later. It's for later.
Okay,
I'm sure he'll
all right.
do something
You bank
wrong.
him up. All right, that's
Yeah,
good. Well, sweet. You want to?
Very cute.
You think you should? Why don't you order Candace around, Mistress Justine? Let's see.
Well, why don't I order both of you around? Get down on your knees. Down. Speak.
What's up? Barf, you're rough.
All right, beg.
Please, can I have some more?
Kevin, we're dogs right now.
I'm an English bulldog.
Could I lay down? Lay down.
Okay, all right, down. You got it.
Good, good. All right, sit, both of you. Get. Oh, he's disobeying.
I'm not disobeying. I was being
disobeying.
No.
I'm done.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay.
Wait, can I
All right. All right.
Can I help?
Oh, yeah. Oh, get him.
No.
Stay in there.
All right.
Stay.
All right.
Get him.
Oh, we can learn about with some treats.
That was a lot of
maybe.
fun. I love seeing him get tortured. Well, thank you, Mr. Steen and Derek Paul for joining us. Still ahead, GadgetPod nerds out over Bluetooth headsets and speakers. Will one triumph in our rapid fire? And later, Rainn Wilson from The Office will discuss his recent foray into superheroing. Stick around.
It's me, Boba Fetish. This is the droid I was looking for.
What is that? What's that smell?
Kristen Adams with the feed.
No, that's not it.
Actually, I forgot to put lipstick on, so I'm doing it right now. I'm really sorry. I cannot read the feed without proper lipstick. Thanks, Kev. All right. Hey, baseball fans, happy opening day! Right now, it's time to start the feed.
All the news you need to know. The feed.
It's Thursday, March 31st, and here are your top stories. You can't fight City Hall, but you can turn off its free internet. Stephen Stewart was upset that the city of Palo Alto recently approved an AT&T cell tower in his neighborhood, and in retaliation, he threatened to unplug the city's free internet. He's able to do this because back in '94, he was part of a research team that launched a free connection for the city. Stewart said local schools and a media center would be exempt from the outage, which he plans to start on April 14th. This isn't a threat, Stewart said. This is a consequence. We're a little torn about this because, we always like it when someone sticks it to the man, but AT&T could really use a few more cell towers. And by a few, I mean thousands. All right, after months of intense research, a group of scientists have finally revealed their most important breakthrough ever, the perfect Bloody Mary. Presented at a recent meeting of the American Chemical Society, Dr. Neil C. DaCosta presented his research, quote, and I use quotes, okay, on what he called the Mount Everest of cocktails. Use plenty of ice to slow the chemical reactions between the tomato juice and other ingredients. Drink it right after making it, and for the best tasting mix, use high-quality tomato juice and low-grade vodka. So this is what scientists do? And we wonder why we don't have a cure for cancer? And finally, it's time for the Fark.com story of the day. Today, UK residents observe National Cleavage Day. That's right, our friends across the pond have come up with a holiday devoted to boobs, or at least the space in between boobs. Evidently, the day is sponsored by Wonder Bra and...
Like a moth to a flame! The words are great and all, but I'd like to show you guys a little something that I made to commemorate this day. It's a wondrous day. Hey, Kristen.
Hi.
God. Movie, and I was inspired, and
Kevin, that was just 30 seconds of boobs.
I know. My work here is done. You're all welcome. Thank you.
Don't ever interrupt my feed again, ever. I'm Kristen Adams. I'm Kristen Adams, and you've just been fed. All right, back to you guys. I'm interrupting your next segment.
Do it as much as you want.
I'm kidding.
No, you can take his lines if you want.
I'm kidding. Bye.
Kristen Adams, everybody!
Are you guys ready to have your mind blown by Blair Herter?
I don't think I'm comfortable with that question.
Well, he sat down with the cast of the brain-bending film Source Code to find the deeper meaning in the sci-fi thriller. I just spit.
Forget the DeLorean. You can now time travel through a supercomputer.
As always, you will have 8 minutes.
8 minutes, and then I blow up again.
In Source Code, Jake Gyllenhaal is a special ops soldier who uses a computer program to occupy somebody else's body for the last 8 minutes of their life. He's tasked with going back to save hundreds of lives by preventing the bombing of a commuter train or die trying. Again, and again, and again.
Talk to me, Sean.
I don't know who Sean is, and I don't know who you are.
This movie, pretty much Donnie Darko, except I understood the time travel. I did not have to get stoned, and nobody dressed like a furry. Other than that, though, same movie, dude.
I love how you were disappointed by the fact, or maybe happy that there were no furries in there.
I thought there was a moment where you could have worked a furry in.
You've only seen it once, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you should look closer the second time.
At 7:48 this morning, Central Standard Time, a bomb exploded on a commuter train outside of Chicago, killing everyone on board.
Groundhog Day meets Quantum Leap. Right?
Thank you. I'm glad you got the Quantum Leap reference.
I mean, that's
it. Easy.
Tagline.
Done. In fact, we just used footage from those two shows, splice them together, get Jake to do a narration.
I don't know who bombed the train.
Then try again.
Wait, no.
Duncan Jones doesn't mess around, man.
No.
He is a step ahead of you all the time. I mean, when I mean you, I don't mean just you. I mean the audience, you know?
No, he literally wrote these questions for you. I got here and he's like, hey, I got these questions for you to ask Jake. I was like, cool, Duncan, thanks.
They're planning to detonate a dirty bomb.
I approached it like military strategy. I had this graph and I sort of wrote out each of the times you go back just to make sure that visually it was different every time, that there was enough different events, different characters introduced, so that really by the end of the film, although you go back to it, you never really feel like you've seen the same thing twice.
It's the same train, but it's different.
We were fortunate. We had a week of rehearsal time before we started shooting where we could work out structurally what was important, what had to change, so that when we started shooting, they could still be improvisational within sort of a confine of knowing where we had to get to at the end of each source code.
Each source code was almost its own thematic, chapter. So even though it was the same thing over and over again in the same space, each theme was different. We even had different names for each one of the source codes.
What was your favorite scene in this movie? Because I feel like if you had a favorite scene, you could shoot it 5 different times, which is fantastic.
It's true. I got to geek out a little bit, and I had some fun. There's a scene where Jake jumps off the train that was kind of my little homage to computer games, and I really wanted to see if I could make this shot work. Basically never cutting away, as you normally would, from this stunt where he jumps off the train, rolls down the platform, comes to a stop. We were really pushing the state of the art and the technology, and fortunately the technology caught up with us just as we were working on that. A lot of the things that you consider science fiction are already being played around with, and it's exciting but also a little scary.
You may have predicted the future in this movie.
Or maybe it's already happened.
Trying to guess how source code plays out is like downing a slushie in one gulp. It's gonna hurt your brain.
All right, get ready because you're about to be assaulted by a Bluetooth rapid-fire gadgetron.
Please make sure you're sitting within 12 feet of your television.
Oh, Bluetooth.
Our first Bluetoother, it's a little gross inside because it was in Kevin's ear, so I'm a little freaked out right now, but I'm doing it for you guys. Our first Bluetoother is the Sound ID 510 headset.
You could have just held it up,
No, I need to show how it sticks in my ear.
Oh, yeah, we couldn't quite possibly put that one together.
It claims to be the world's first headset with a mobile app. So does that make it easier
Do you use
to
a headband
Kevin?
for it or super glue? How does that work? Definitely. Here's the thing. The app lets you adjust noise reduction, sound quality, the status lights, and you can also check on battery life and the sound level. And here's the thing. Typically, with any of these headsets, there's a little tiny button on it, and it makes it a pain to use. You have to press it, hold it, wait for a certain series of blinks to try to pair it. The app makes it a world's better. And the app works on iPhone, Android, and BlackBerry.
Now, how is the
which
sound
is
quality?
still a phone, kids. Sound quality's not bad. It's not great. I think overall there's enough features to justify the $100 price tag, but just barely.
Okay.
Barely.
Next up, the Jawbone Jambox Bluetooth speaker. Oh, I'll show you.
It doesn't
right
weigh
there. Sorry,
20
guys.
pounds. Let's point that out. That was
It's a
dramatic.
wireless speaker that is supposed to sound great.
Mhm.
What do you think?
I like it, actually. Do you want to give it a listen, everybody? Okay. The nice thing about the Jambox is that you can actually turn it up really loud, and it won't crackle, and it doesn't lose too much sound quality. It also acts as a speakerphone, so if you're listening to music or whatever, and you get a call, music will cut out. You can actually accept your call, and it works just fine. I've actually thrown this down for a meeting, played music, and then done conference calls with a table full of people using this device. So it actually works really well.
The design is really unique too, which I really like. All the little indentions on here.
Yep.
It's fun to look at.
It helps amplify the sound too, and plus the rubber makes it really good to just throw down anywhere. And when the bass is really booming in your Insane Clown Posse tracks, it doesn't vibrate it off the table. It's true.
All right.
Now, $200, it seems like a lot for a little Bluetooth speaker, but you won't be disappointed if you travel, if you want something to throw down in a hotel room or for a conference room. It's a really good device.
Anywhere you go.
Yep.
All right. Up next, let's move these off the table. I need it to be clear.
I cleared your space. You're good.
Bluetooth gadget is the Blue Ant S4 speaker.
S4, yes.
Rather than having a headset in your ear, you just slide this on your car visor, and you can take that call with it. It's so cool.
You can clip it to your ear.
You
Blue
can't.
Ant,
You can't.
Go,
Blue
give
Ant-
it a try. Give
No,
it a whirl.
I will not. I'm not dumb. Blue Ant is trying to make using the phone in your car completely hands-free. So how do they do?
They did pretty good, actually. You can say, you talk to it. You say, Blue Ant, speak to me, and then you give it a command. And if you don't know what to say, you can actually ask it for commands. You can tell it to do things like check the battery, use your phone's voice commands. You can get movies and traffic info. And it also loads your phone's contacts, so it will tell you who's calling.
Oh!
Don't believe me? Well, listen to this.
Call from Kevin Pereira.
What?
Wow! That is amazing!
Insane. It's the future in a box.
Wow.
It'll even read text messages to you.
Oh, no,
which
that's
is awesome.
kind of cool.
Yeah,
I
it's
really
pretty
like
sweet.
that. Now, do you think it's worth $70?
I do. The voice control works pretty well, making it a pretty good buy.
Awesome. All right.
Okay.
Last but not least, our final Bluetooth device is the Fox L version 2 speaker from Sound Matters. Does it sound as good as the Jambox?
I think it sounds even better, actually. The sound is fuller and richer. It doesn't sound too compressed. There's only one problem. With this guy, if you turn it all the way up, it tends to crackle a little bit. That did not happen with the Jambox.
And it's also not as cool looking as the
It's
Jambox.
certainly not, no.
But it is half the size.
Yeah, it's also $200. So if you need the best sound quality, the Fox L is probably the best way to go.
Yeah, that's the way I'd go.
Fantastic.
Well, that's it for today's Gadgetpron. But if you have a gadget you'd like to see us rate, email us at gadgetpron@g4tv.com.
And stay tuned, everybody. Superstar Rainn Wilson will be here. Great.
The feed is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Visit progressive.com today. Here's a question for you. Would you wear a wig made of your own pubes for a month for a personal helicopter with pilot included? You logged on to g4tv.com and told us what you thought. We'll have the results right after the break.
Fail. You're dead. Major fail. Fail. Fail, 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 fail. You lose.
The results are in, and about 45% of you said you actually would wear a wig made of your own pubes for a month for a personal helicopter with pilot included. Gross. I guess it beats being bald and having to walk everywhere. Log on to g4tv.com for more questions like this and tell us just how far you'd go. Rainn Wilson came by to talk about the new gritty and violent superhero flick Super.
Yeah, it turns out even gritty and violent superheroes have lady troubles.
Don't listen to him! Do not listen to him! Don't listen to him!
Hey, why are you hitting my car? That's seriously up.
Give her back to me!
What?
Baby Shark, it's okay. It's Frank.
No,
it's
Sarah,
okay.
shut up.
No, you shut up!
Oh! Don't touch my car again.
Lot of empty words and I've already heard. Ain't gonna work tonight.
That is the last time.
Don't wanna talk about it.
Please welcome Rainn Wilson to the old program. Yeah! Watch
What
for
up, my nerds?
watch for flying panties.
Yes.
No, seriously, it's a room full of dudes that wear ladies' undergarments.
Yes.
It's really,
Oh,
really disturbing.
that's what it is.
First of all, I have to congratulate you, and I'm going to congratulate myself, as I often do, because you have now acquired a Kevin Bacon number of 1. You're a 1 degree separated.
Is it 1 or 0?
I think it's 0, actually. You're at...
I'm in a movie with him.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
You've passed the point of singularity, I think, is what's happened.
Yeah.
And now I'll take a 1 now. I am now 1 degree separated
Oh, my God.
for having sat next to
How
you
do
and
you
had this
feel?
conversation.
How do you feel?
Tingly.
Yeah?
Yeah. It still itches, it still burns, but the cream is helping, I think.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Mostly tingly. So congratulations on that.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Kevin Bacon is would you say is your nemesis in this movie?
Oh yeah. He's just an out-and-out villain. He's just a straight-up bad guy. You know, and it's amazing because you think back, like this guy's been famous for just decades. I saw him in Animal House when I was 16, and
Tremors changed my life. It's telling. It's very telling.
Yeah. That's why you're always shaking.
Exactly.
But he plays a character unlike anything he's ever played before in this, and he is a really skeevy, sleazy, squishy, icky bad guy.
Nice.
Yeah, just covered in drugs and sweat. And
so he's Charlie Sheen.
Yeah. He's Charlie Sheen before there was Charlie Sheen.
Oh, good. Yeah. I'm sure he will really appreciate that analogy.
Yeah.
Let's take a step back, though. The Super is sort of a movie about is it an everyman superhero who's just out to get the bad guy, but the bad guy could be a guy cutting in line or...
God, it's such a hard movie to describe. James, the director, James Gunn, who did the movie Slither, he calls it a combination between Napoleon Dynamite and Taxi Driver. So, does that give you a sense?
From the clips I've seen, that makes sense.
It's
that makes perfect
completely
sense.
absurd, and it's really real. It's hyper-real and insanely violent.
Well, your character's weapon of choice is...
a pipe wrench.
A pipe wrench, yes.
Yeah. My character, Frank Darbo, he's a line cook. He's a sad sack. And somehow he ends up married to Liv Tyler.
It could happen.
It can happen.
It could happen.
Every geek's dream come true. And but she falls back in with her drug dealer, played by Kevin Bacon, and I get my brain...
falls back in love with her drug dealer?
Yeah, it's a long story.
Okay.
You got to see it.
I missed that part of Napoleon Dynamite, but all right.
But she, my brain gets touched by the finger of God, Kevin. The finger of God touches my brain, for real. And I have visions that I should become a vigilante superhero. I learn how to sew and make myself an outfit, and I get a pipe wrench, and I start bashing drug dealers in the face.
Right. And I love it, because when you talk about it's hyper-realistic, it looks the way I'd imagine hitting someone with a pipe wrench in the face would look when you actually connect.
Yeah, and people really respond to the violence in the movie, and they're like, oh, my God, it's so violent, it's so violent. No, it's just real, right. You know? I mean, you have, I was saying the other day, like that movie 2012, is that the one?
Yeah.
Like, how many billions of people die? Billions of people die. Right. You just don't see the blood trickling down their foreheads. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that's the difference.
Had the aliens used pipe wrenches or the Mayans predicted pipe wrenches, then it'd be another story.
Right. There's, we only have a body count of like, I don't know, 17.
Oh, that's modest.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's totally. So you got a hard PG rating?
But G, I think, these days. Yeah.
Awesome. Did you to get into the role of Super? Did you get all Christian Bale? And I don't mean like yelling at lighting guys. I mean like have like a hardcore training regimen. Did you?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I sure did. No, not at all. I went to the gun range though. I went to the gun range. Yeah.
To throw pipe wrenches at targets? Or?
No, I get pretty badass ultimately in this thing. I've got shotguns, semi-automatic rifles, and pistols by the end of the movie.
Wow, you're ready for a Tea Party rally.
And indeed, I went my first time at a gun range, and Michael Rooker, Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, was my gun teacher. So I had a serial killer teaching me how to shoot. It was pretty insane. And
was it your first time like at a range, or?
It was my first time at a range. I was the only Prius in the parking lot. Prius with a gun rack.
There we go. There we go.
Boom.
That's Texas Green Tech.
No, it was cool. I'd never fired guns before. It's kind of addictive. It's kind of titillating.
Were you startled at the initial trigger pull, or
they're loud.
Yes,
they really do. I mean, it's like this. Bam!
That is rather startling. Yes. Yeah. Did you have ear and eye protection?
Yes, I did. I was very well taken care of by Michael Rooker.
It's not often that I meet somebody who is a sort of a .com or an actual techie in their real life. Who hits the range, drives the Prius to the range, and blows stuff away.
That's it. That's right.
Soul Pancake
Yes.
Is your online endeavor? How's that running?
It's going great.
Yeah.
It's really going amazing. I mean, we started the website a couple of years back. It has a really thriving, big online community. And, we did a book based on the website, which was a New York Times bestseller. And now we're doing little video shorts for the Oprah Winfrey Network, which is
nice.
right here. You guys should challenge Oprah Winfrey Network to a war.
We're not. Yeah.
I mean, they're in the same building.
Yeah,
they're
we're not allowed to look in the O's general direction.
No?
No. That's one of the rules here. But we could do that.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to bring a pipe wrench to that fight?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Pipe wrenches.
There it is.
Yeah, for all the nerds.
I love to think that you might someday be in the attack posse. Rainn Wilson, everybody. Thank you so much for coming on here. Appreciate it. The movie looks hilarious. Rainn Wilson in Super, and it's in theaters April 1st. It's not a joke.
Coming up, a new Tron series and Looney Tunes is coming to Blu-ray.
It's kind of good.
Zombie and puppy cuddle fest.
Coming up tomorrow on an all-new Attack of the Show. Attack's sultry superhero returns, and this time, Bustus is bringing her never-before-seen bloopers. Then we'll reveal the winners of our Around the Net Omgroffalo competition. Find out if you made the show. And it's an all-new weekend edition of DV Doomsday with Chris Gore, featuring a documentary roundup with Cool It and Waiting for Superman. See it tomorrow.
Recently, we featured a website on sneakerheads which customized Nike sneakers. You guys remember that?
Yeah. BrassMonkey.com sells custom Mario, Sonic, Blink-182, and R2-D2 sneaks.
Yes, well, the artist who runs the site, Daniel Reese, sorry, Daniel, saw the show, and he actually designed these AOTS sneakers for us.
Oh, that's
There you go.
awesome. Look at that.
Yeah, those are really cool. So
Thank you,
Daniel. Yeah.
Jinx! Buy me... Oh, you can't buy me a Coke because I gave up soda. Damn it. We have the best, most creative fans
I
in the
created an
world.
arbitrary rule that's screwing up my life.
Love Watch has a site for you, all you Animaniacs out there.
Yes. Cartoon Brew is your web destination for news about a new animated Tron series and the return of the Venture Brothers.
Dun, dun, dun. Whether it's classic bugs or futuristic anime, it's difficult to keep track of all of the buzz in the animation world. Luckily, we've rounded up the latest highlights and grabbed our resident expert.
I'm Jerry Beck, co-founder of Cartoon Brew.
And he gave us the details on what to expect over the coming months. First up, grab a stick of dynamite and light that fuse. It looks like the Looney Tunes are getting a high-def upgrade. So, what's up, Doc?
Well, what's really exciting is that the Looney Tunes, the classic, are finally coming to Blu-ray. They're coming out this fall, and I know that they're planning to put the best of the best, the ones that the census are, these are the greatest of the Looney Tunes cartoons. They're going to look like we've never seen them before. We're not used to the high quality, and a lot of people think Looney Tunes, because they saw them on TV, were made for that. They were made for movie theaters. They were created in 35 millimeter, and a lot of them were made in widescreen. So coming to Blu-ray is really how they were meant to be seen, and the quality will be fantastic. So a lot of us who love cartoons are really waiting for this.
Speaking of explosions, all you Venture heads, rejoice! Dr. Venture, his idiot sons, and the homicidal bodyguard Brock Sampson are returning to the small screen.
Another piece of news is that The Venture Brothers is coming back for a 5th season. The Venture Brothers is sort of an idea that what if Johnny Quest had grown up, and how did fighting mummies and aliens and creatures affect this kid and his life today? What would that be like? One of its creators, Jackson Public, announced on his blog that the 5th season was definitely a go. Based on the releases of the previous few seasons, it might be a year or two before it hits the small screen, but in the meantime, the 4th season was just released on Blu-ray and DVD, and it looks amazing.
There's only one thing to say, go Team Venture! And finally, gas up your light cycle. It looks like the next animation sensation is rezzing on to the small screen with Tron Uprising.
Well, what's really cool is Tron is coming to TV, and this is unlike any other live-action movie to animation adaptation that I've ever seen. I have to say I saw a clip from it, one they haven't released to the internet yet. It's pretty mind-blowing. I haven't seen anything this exciting in TV animation, and heck, I'd even say theatrical animation, in a long, long time. Kind of reminds me about the time when they put Batman the Animated Series on. That really changed the look of TV adventure animation. This Tron series incorporates the best of anime, the best of European animation, the best of adventure animation that I've ever seen in a whole new way. Mark your calendar now. This is definitely the animation event of next year.
You can expect to see more of Tron Uprising later this year at San Diego Comic-Con. To get all the latest on this animation awesomeness and more, head on over to cartoonbrew.com.
We have a Twitter wall. Let's
do.
check it. Rainbow J2 says, I love it when Mistress Justine shows up, but what about kitty play? Meow.
Igzy, if this AOTS...
Wait, what about kitty play? You're going to answer the question?
Meow.
That's not what I meant. We do that. When I make Candace chase a laser pointer, that's our kitty play. Get it! You got so close to getting it!
Kevin. Igzy, if this AOTS gets any better, I'm going to have to assume I'm really dead. Let me test if Candace can bark again. That was a howl. All out howl.
Fetish achievement unlocked.
You know what time it is?
What time?
It's time for today's epic fail.
Oh!
Here's a school where kids are learning something very important.
Yes, how not to exit the classroom.
Teaches first aid.
Why don't we fail our educational system? Very quickly, we want to give a shout out to someone on our staff who we love dearly. Casey Schreiner runs modernhiker.com. Recently was written up in Lonely Planet, which is really huge as being like a must-visit site for any SoCalers doing some hiking. So if you're into the outdoors, and you're watching this, so you might not be, but go check it out, Modern Hiker. Congratulations, Casey. I want to thank our guests, Rainn Wilson and Mistress Justine, and no thanks to iJustine.
Stick around. Campus PD starts right now.